All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, pop. Check 26, check 26. Echo.
Jackson now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Running on first down, Eckler. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On second down, Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
54 Mike. Watch the pass.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
54. Watch the screen. Watch the shot. Watch the ship.
They'll give Crowell another crack. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got it. Kill. Switch it. Shit.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
It's been a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, Downs going deep this time for Miller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check nickel. Switch.
Now Ballage. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Check 4. Go.
Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day, D.
Here's Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On third down, here's Eckler. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. No score. After one on EA Sports. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Dobbs towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. He gets it to Cook. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 36, Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Not today, you won't. Not today. 54
On third down, Jackson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Come on, Lyle. We better than that.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
From the gun, Dobbs is going to float this over the middle, deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. And that's complete to Cooks. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Jackson now operating from the gun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case...
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Steph Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. He's going deep for... It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Dobbs. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Check.
They'll run here with Balaj. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He may try and run for this, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Joshua Dobbs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Badgley on for the extra point.